Today, let's talk about the influencer known online as Mama Guy. Some of you may remember, we actually made a video about him around January 2024, when a major allegation against him first came to light. But because he isn't in jail right now, a lot of people have started commenting things like, "See? He's innocent." Or people targeted him for no reason. You've probably seen plenty of reels online claiming he was wrongly accused, that he's a victim of public outrage, that his career was destroyed despite being innocent. But here's the reality most people don't understand. Just because someone is not in jail at the moment does not mean they were declared not guilty of every charge. That's not how the system works. Even in India, so many people have ongoing cases against them and still walk free or get released early. The same happens everywhere. So the person we're talking about today is named Akjung, but online he blew up as Mama Guy. He was massively popular on TikTok, millions of views, a huge fan base. Then, around July 2023, he suddenly disappeared. His fans kept waiting, refreshing his profile, hoping for a new video. And then the news broke. A woman had filed a case accusing him of assault. And that, according to reports, was why he stopped posting. We've already covered this case in detail before, but today we'll look at some important background, and especially what happened after he got out of jail, including the apology he posted online, and how he's been trying to subtly manipulate his fans into believing he was never guilty at all. According to case documents, Mama Guy, one of his male friends, and their female friend went out to a restaurant. They drank alcohol together. At some point, the woman became extremely intoxicated, so drunk that she was barely conscious and not in a state to make decisions. The responsible thing would have been to drop her safely at her apartment, but instead they decided to take her to the other guy's apartment, not even Mama Guy's place. According to the woman's later statement, she kept drifting in and out of consciousness. Whenever she briefly regained awareness, she realized something was happening, that the two men were taking turns assaulting her, that they were recording and talking while doing it. She said she was not conscious, not able to consent, and not in control of her surroundings. This case happened in South Korea, where they all lived. When the woman fully regained consciousness and realized what had happened, she went straight to the authorities and filed a complaint. Police went to the homes of Mama Guy and his friend. Reports say they refused to cooperate at first. They didn't even open the door. Some speculated that they may have been trying to delete any footage that existed. Eventually, both were arrested and the investigation proceeded. During the trial, the woman stood by her statement. The men's defense was that everything was consensual. Their argument? That she supposedly opened her eyes in between. A completely absurd justification. In the end, the court found them guilty of assault. However, the separate charge about recording footage was dropped because the footage was never found. But that does not mean he was cleared of the main charges. This is exactly where Mama Guy's PR tactics started, trying to twist the narrative online to make it look like he was declared innocent. At the first trial, he was sentenced to 3.5 years in prison. He appealed the sentence, and in the second trial, his sentence was reduced to 1.5 years. But here's the key part. He had already been in custody since 2023, so by the time the reduced sentence was finalized, he had technically already served 18 months. That's why he was released. As of 2025, he is out. This happened because of power, money, legal loopholes, whatever you want to call it. But it absolutely does not mean he was proven innocent, no matter how much his team tries to spin it online with emotional music and captions like, "He was misunderstood." Here's what he wrote in the beginning. He expresses his deepest apologies, talks about spending the past year reflecting on his actions, how he ruined the opportunities he was given, and how he carries that regret every day. The way it's framed makes it sound like he simply made a big mistake in life, not that he committed a serious crime. He openly admits he brought everything down with his own hands, which clearly implies he acknowledges wrongdoing. But the vague wording allows fans to interpret it however they want. Then comes the manipulative part. He writes, "I fully cooperated with the legal proceedings. After a long and difficult process, I was found not guilty of the major charges that were widely reported. This one line was enough for fans to jump to conclusions. Oh look, he was innocent all along. But if he truly believed in transparency, why didn't he explicitly state that? He was found guilty of assault and sentenced to 1.5 years in prison. Instead, he highlighted the one charge, the footage charge, that was dropped, and he conveniently labeled that as the major charge. He literally miscategorized the less serious charge as the main one, just so he could say he was cleared of it. He completely avoided using the word assault anywhere in his statement. If that charge had been dropped, his PR team would have used the word loudly and proudly, but they couldn't because it didn't happen. He also brought up a totally unrelated viral video from South Korea where a man kicked a woman, just to confuse people further and make himself look like he was being falsely linked to other scandals. This entire apology was full of half-truths, careful omissions, and emotional manipulation. His fans are completely falling for it. Even though all the facts are publicly available, people are choosing to ignore them. Many still insist he did nothing wrong. The allegations were extremely serious. The court did not accept the men's defense. They did not deny the acts during trial. Any reasonable person can see how disturbing this case is. But in today's internet world, if someone looks cute, sad, soft-spoken, or innocent on camera, the audience will forgive anything. They'll even blame the victim. And that is exactly what's happening here. Even on my previous video, if you check the recent comments, people keep saying, "He's not guilty, stop hating on him." If he truly wasn't guilty, he would have clearly written in his apology that all charges were dropped. But he didn't, because they weren't. He was equally involved. People outside South Korea don't know much about him because his face was blurred in all reports. Mama Guy became the face of the scandal simply because he was famous internationally. So that's it for this video. Tell me, what are your thoughts about Mama Guy and everything that's happened? And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more updates. Thank you for watching.